With the nubbies on the Phillips and the Common, I keep a couple nubbies in there for tight places. In here, got the 410N offset tip for working on your mini splits, especially the multi-zone mini splits. You need this offset deal here to get to that service port. In here, service valve wrench that'll work your torch tank, key sets for blower wheels, a bunch of stuff this stuff works on. So everybody, I'm sure all the service guys have these. And then up here, I got a whole set of these, but these are the ratchet type wrenches, but I got the most common sizes that I carry. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but I've got quarter, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16. Other little chucks and stuff, service port tool there. Alright, well that takes care of the this is more just my tool side of the bag that I mostly keep. Alright, we're going to flip it over. Let me take a look at the other side. Oh, I also carry on this side, I picked up this. I like this because it'll carry drill bits for tapping. Sometimes you get a blower motor or something like that you have a flex plate where you need to tap your own screws to it. So I've used these before, and I just get them because they snap right in, and that's really convenient. So, and I've got all kinds of sizes in there, as you can see, and I do have the extra bit on top there, and I can put my shanks in there, and that works really well. Put that back. Alright, but I keep that in my pouch on here. There. Alright, let's see what else I got here. Steel wool, and then a flexible pipe cleaner reamer deal. Alright, now flip it over. Okay, this side of the bag alright, okay, so first tool is the dual port manometer, or not man, I'm sorry, dual temperature, and it'll do the the delta right for you. So I love this because it's just so instantaneous. These things are ultra small. You can get them in really nice places, and it'll figure it out for you. And alright, and then Fluke. I've been using Fluke a lot lately. I like the separate head just because it's a little more convenient. And then I got the 1/16 True Armrest multimeter by Fluke. It'll do everything you need. But it's the 1/16, so this was actually designed for HVAC techs to do what we got to do. I keep that there, so that's my main workhorse is there. I keep a Testo scope, so I can get into units, check out coils, do whatever I got to do. So that fits nice and neat right in the bag, keeps it all protected. Next tool over, here's the dual port manometer, field piece. I use this quite extensively for checking statics and doing fuel pressures and everything you'd need vacuums on inducer motors and stuff like that. So that stays in there. I always keep an extra one of these deals for lighting water heaters and whatever you got to do, but primarily for furnace work, lighting pilots and water heaters and stuff. I got a couple carry two of these stick type field piece temperature probes. Those are good for doing air balancing stuff when you're in a house and you want to leave one remote somewhere and check it, or whatever reason you want, but they're right there. I got a set of these Allens here, but this is the most common one that I use for pulleys and stuff. The other ones I haven't felt the need to carry because I just don't use them enough. This tool here, it seems kind of funny, but when you're troubleshooting furnaces with the interlock switch, I use this and tag onto the switch to keep it open so I can troubleshoot or see what it's doing without having to hold my finger or use a piece of tape. And plus, it's actually good too because it's a multi-purpose. It'll hold whatever you want. I keep that in there. Inspection mirror, a level, and then fluke clamp-on temperature probe. Keep that in there. Let's see. Carry some tape for when I punch holes, I can cover them up. Calculator. And then I carry a outlet checker. You know, real easy. Plug it in. Okay, furnaces. You know, you're trying to make sure the outlet's got the right polarities and grounds and all that. You can do that. Over here I got another light. This is the fluke. You can do for checking for dye injection tests. You can use that. A lot of times, as far as dye is already in the system, if you got this right handy dandy in your bag, and you can pop it. It's also got a nice little laser beam on it, so if you wanted to pinpoint, but it's got the flashlight. It's really super bright, but pretty nifty little deal there. But I keep that in there, and that's basically it. This is the main workhorse that everywhere I go. If I'm when I get on my truck, I grab this bag, and I can pretty much troubleshoot and repair pretty much everything. I'll do a couple more parts on the other stuff I got, other hand tools, and then my gauges. The other thing I do during the summer is I got a pair of Robinair Digital gauges, and they're just like regular gauges, but the neat thing about it is it'll actually, the hoses will clip through here, and then I put a regular climber's hook on the other side, and I hook it there. So my gauges will actually just lay right on the front. So during the summertime when I'm using my gauges a lot, I'll actually have those clipped to my bag too. So when I get to a unit, I diagnose, troubleshoot, and do everything right there, and I've got that main bag. So if I didn't have that, I'd be lost. I've bought other bags. They just don't last. They get tore up. They rip. Whatever. But you know, this thing's got. You can see how the load. This piece goes all the way through and ties into the bottom. So the center is real nice. Is here, and then you've got this nice strap. I mean, this is finally starting to wear off. I've had this for a couple years, and this thing will actually Velcro here, and it'll stay nice and neat. And but yeah, it's just super nice, and you can rope it. You know, I've put hooks on here sometimes, and you know, getting on a really tall roof, so I just rope it down, rope it up, and it's a neat deal. So, well, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get some more videos on. I have been watching all the other guys, Dr. Z, and put some stank on it. I watch your guys' videos, very inspirational, so I figured I'd start by making this video. I had a couple on there, but this is probably my first one specifically geared toward the trade. So, hope you enjoyed it, seeing all my junk, and have a nice day.